Imagine you're only a few months out from your wedding with the most beautiful, loving woman you've ever met. She goes out one night with a friend while you stay home to watch movies and eat pizza. Suddenly your phone goes off. It's an urgent text from your buddy who has just seen your fiancé. You look at the photos he sent through, and what you see makes your blood instantly run cold. Well, this is exactly what happened to Harley one night. He received photos from a friend that showed his fiancé doing things no loyal and trustworthy fiancé would ever do. What did Harley see in those photos? Keep watching to find out. Harley and Iris, both 26 years old, had a solid and committed relationship. They'd been together for 4 years and engaged for nearly a year, set to be married in April. They were actively involved in planning their wedding and looking forward to a future together. Harley felt his and Iris's relationship was perfect, with no issues or concerns. He believed they were in a generally happy and stable partnership. One day, Iris informed Harley that she was going to a concert with her friend Clara, who had an extra ticket and had invited Iris to join her. Harley was happy for her and told her to go ahead and have fun. Harley trusted Iris implicitly and felt comfortable with her going out with her friends to have a good time. He was happy to spend time alone at home, play games on the PC, or sit on the couch to watch a movie. Harley ended up ordering pizza and watching an action movie on Netflix. While he was trying to clean a sauce stain out of one of Iris's couch cushions, a text came through from a friend at the same concert that Iris and Clara had gone to. The text said, "Bro, isn't that Iris?" and had photos attached. One of the photos showed a girl who looked like Harley's fiancé. She was leaning into a man who had his arms around her. Another showed them kissing. Not a friendly kiss on the cheek, but a full-on, passionate, romantic kiss that clearly suggested an intimate relationship. This was deeply jarring for Harley, as it went against Iris's previous claim of attending the concert with only Clara. The first thought that came to him was that it must be some other girl that looked similar, but his friend wouldn't have taken photos and sent them to him if he wasn't sure. He wasn't the kind of guy who would start unwarranted drama. Harley looked closer at the photos. Iris had shown off her outfit to him before leaving for the concert, and the person in the photo had the exact same outfit. In another photo, there was a clear shot of Iris's friend standing next to the kissing couple. The last photo was a clear shot of the girl's face. Unmistakably Iris, no shadow of a doubt. Harley felt a surge of adrenaline. The shock was so overwhelming that he thought he might be sick. He needed to get out, go somewhere, do something. He couldn't stay in the apartment any longer and left to get some air. He wandered through the streets for a while, thoughts spinning. Who the hell was that guy? Did she meet him at the concert? Or did she know him beforehand? How long had she been cheating on him? Was it with the one guy or were there others? How far had the cheating gone? Was she sleeping with him too? It became too much. Harley contacted another friend who lived nearby and asked if he could spend the night at their place. He didn't want to return to the apartment and confront Iris when she came home. He needed time to process. His friend Bryce was a good guy. Harley couldn't help himself and broke down in tears when he arrived. They spent the night drinking, smoking, and talking. Harley woke up late the following day. He felt like he'd been through a wood chipper, sick from all the alcohol, weed, and emotions. He checked his phone and saw Iris had been calling and texting. A lot. She was concerned that he wasn't at the apartment when she got home and hadn't heard from him. She was scared he was in the hospital or lying in a ditch on the side of the road dead. She begged him to reply or answer her calls because she was seriously getting scared. Harley realized that Iris still had no idea he knew about her and the other guy. He hadn't contacted her or said anything when he first found out. Harley thought he should reply to his fiancée, so he sent the photo of Iris kissing the other guy, and nothing else. Now she knew that he knew. Iris's response was immediate and persistent. She started calling and texting Harley nonstop. He could tell she was panicking and desperately trying to contact him, but Harley wasn't ready to talk. He was overwhelmed, so he turned off his phone. He still wanted time to think about how he would handle everything, and it didn't need the whole thing escalating and getting out of control. He decided to avoid Iris for the time being and blocked her number so she would stop calling him every 2 minutes. Bryce said it was okay for Harley to stay at his place for a few more days. Over the next few days, Harley's other friends told him Iris was doing everything she could to contact him. She even showed up at his workplace, but Harley refused permission to allow her to come up to see him. At the end of the workday, one of his colleagues texted him to let him know Iris was sitting in her car out the front of the building, watching the entrance. Harvey left the building through the back alley that day. He knew he was being avoidant and would eventually have to talk to Iris and address what happened, but he didn't want to face it. Harley's older brother dropped everything to fly in as soon as he found out his little brother needed him. They stayed together in an Airbnb. His brother was a pillar of support and gave Harley someone to discuss and plan what to do next. With his brother's encouragement, Harley finally called Iris to confront her about her actions and the future of their relationship. The call connected almost immediately. Iris, overwhelmed with emotion, began crying, which in turn triggered Harley's own tears. Before the call, he had promised himself he wouldn't cry in front of her. Despite the overwhelming emotions, Harley managed to maintain enough composure to ask the hard questions. He wanted the truth from Iris. She tearfully agreed to provide an explanation. It was painful to hear. She told him Clara and her boyfriend had introduced Iris to the other guy when they were all out in June for drinks and dinner. Harley had been away visiting family at the time. Iris said it wasn't a setup or anything. The guy was Clara's boyfriend's friend and just happened to be there. She said he got her number from Clara and started texting her. Iris initially ignored him, but she eventually answered and they started texting. She didn't know why she did it. They met for drinks one night and went to his place afterward and had sex. She said they've had sex maybe half a dozen times all at his place. Harley didn't believe that was the whole story, but he didn't see how digging further would change anything. Iris was barely comprehensible through all the crying. Harley told Iris that he was done. The relationship was over. She kept apologizing and saying she loved him and was sorry. She begged him not to end things with her. Harley felt like he would be sick, so he said he had to go and hung up. Harley's worst fears had been confirmed. The emotional toll was immense, leaving Harley feeling as though he had been physically and emotionally gutted. The depth of Iris's betrayal and the details of her actions further solidified his decision to end the relationship. Now it was time to separate their lives. Harley emailed Iris and informed her that he would be coming to the apartment to collect his belongings with his brother and Bryce. He requested she not be present during this time. Additionally, he called the leasing company for the apartment to negotiate an early release from the lease. They were willing to let him out of the lease by the end of October. He informed Iris that she could stay in the apartment until then, showing a degree of consideration despite the circumstances. Harley told Iris she needed to address the matter of the wedding cancellations. He knew they would lose the deposit on the venue, but Harley couldn't care less by that point. Eventually, everything was finalized, and Harley had successfully disentangled his life from Iris's. It marked the end of his direct involvement with his ex-fiancée and the beginning of a new phase in his life, focused on healing and moving forward. Thank you for investing your time in today's video. If this content resonated with you and you're eager to explore more stories of infidelity, consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and turning on notifications. I appreciate every one of you, so let's continue this journey. Until next time, take care.